I had a client come into my office the other day and go, Alexandra, I have no idea who I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel totally lost. And gosh, that is a very honest and real moment for someone to admit that. And while it's a hard place to start, it is a great place for the work to be done, because before you can move forward with anything, you have to have awareness. Awareness is always the first step in the process. So we are now aware of what the issue is. From there, we're going to begin to look at the who, right? Who am I? And the who is really dictated by a few different things that happen on a subconscious level. What are my belief systems, right? What are the things that I believe in my life to be true? What are my core values, the things that I value the most? This is typically where our reactions come from. And then we're going to look at my past experiences, right? What are the experiences that you've had that are dictating how you take in information, respond to information, see the world? And when we take all of this together, we're going to be understanding who you are at your core, in your center. And we're going to look at the things that are working for you right now and the things that are not. Because you might say, listen, my core values or belief systems are telling me I always have to be polite. I always need to be doing this. But those don't align with where you're at in your life. And so we have to question those. We have to go, is this working for me? And if it's not working for me, this is the time that we need to start finding new options that will work for you, that do feel right and are in alignment with who you'd like to be. I think a lot of times we tend to focus on what I don't want to be versus who is this person I want to become and manifest and shift and change into. And it's sometimes hard because the subconscious mind, we work so much on the data we have, not the future we want, because our subconscious wants to keep us safe, and safety means what we know, not what we don't know. And so with all of this, right, now that we begin to understand the who, we also have to add a second layer of who am I in relation to the world around me, right? There are so many different types of stressors and energies that come at us each and every day. Like if we lived in a box, we could live by our core belief systems, our values, and our experiences and live pretty all right. Like we would just go, this is who I am. But then you get all these external factors, right? You're going to look at environmental factors. Maybe when it's super cold or, it's raining, there's these environmental factors or poor air quality. I shift, I change. These things put pressure on me in my system, right? You have physical factors, right? Maybe my pants are too tight or I'm ill. Those are stressors that are going to cause you to not be your best. What about work stressors, energy stressors, conflict stressors? There's so many different ways, relationship, work, family, friends, kids, all of these things impact you. They affect you. And so we want to understand in what way. It's not that we're ever going to eradicate and get rid of stress. We just need to understand when I am under stress or in relation to a job that makes me unhappy, what happens to me? Who do I become? And what's not aligning in my belief systems, core values, the experiences I've had, right? Maybe you're saying, I'm at a horrible job and my experience in past jobs is it shouldn't be this hard. Well, let's inspect that. Let's see what's not working so we can change it. Find the thing that feels right, right? Awareness is the first step in change. So we're going to take that awareness of what it is we do want in a positive framing and begin to visualize it, imagine it, picture it, see it, decide what it looks like, sounds like, tastes like, because that's where your mind functions. It functions in visuals. Your subconscious mind is where all these reactions and stuff are coming from. It's not coming from your logical mind. We can be aware through logic, but we need to create the behavioral shift through the subconscious. And the way you tap the subconscious is through hypnosis. And so the more we can begin to visualize it, imagine and picture it, the better you're going to have an easier time stepping into that. And that's why hypnosis and Go Burble and all of these wonderful tools out there are so helpful. They get right to the root to help you shift it, because your subconscious, it is not worried about being happy. It's worried about being safe, because we are animals. Despite being humans, we are also animals. We are programmed for safety. And what we know is safe and what we don't know is not safe. So we need to build safety around it. We can borrow from the past, put it on the future, to make it feel that way. But we typically do it the other way. We give ourselves anxiety. We go, oh, remember that time in the past? That's what's going to happen in the future. So just be aware. Again, that's fear. That's your fear voice coming up. And the more we can harness that, the more we can move forward. So that is how we build the who, and that is how we begin to create a shift in identity. And then we put it all into a hypnotic session to go, I am allowed to have this. Let me manifest my future, my best life, my best self.